Hello and welcome to another shave. Today I have a mixed bag of things. I have a new soap, a new brush, a gift that was the soap, and a gift that was the razor. And I'm using a new blade, a blade that's new to me, not new to the market. So let's get going on the introductions. This is the soap that I'm using, Moon Soaps, Havana. This is on a short list of soaps that I wanted to get from Moon. Havana and Old School were on my list to get. This was, fortunately for me, a gift from Marion the Barbarian, and I really appreciate it. I've used this soap 2 or 3 times already, so not my first use of the soap, and I can already tell you that I really like it. It is a little surprising, but surprising in a good way. The new blade is really, I think, an old blade. This is an Accutec double-edged blade, and Accutec now makes the Persona blades. So if my understanding is correct, this is a copy of the Persona Lab Blue, and that's one of my favorite blades. So we're about to find out if it is in fact similar. The razor today is a gift. This is a Gillette Tech. This particular one is an English Tech, made in England, hence the name English Tech. And this razor was given to me by HD Shaves. I will link in the description. So this is why they call it a flat bottom Tech. Let's see. As you can see, the base plate has a flat bottom. There you go. All right. There you go. That'll hopefully put it in better focus. These were made in the 1940s, 1950s. This is a 3-piece double-edged razor. We got the cap, the base plate, and then the handle is in my hand, which you can't see. So let me load the let me get out and load the blade. There we go. You're going to have a hard time seeing this. There's the cap. I'm putting the blade on the cap, getting that centered properly, putting the base plate on, and then taking the handle and screwing it down. Now you're probably wondering, why aren't I using a straight razor? Well, I don't always use straight razors. Hang on here. I have a hard time doing more than one thing at once. So there we go. I don't always use straight razors. I have somewhat of a collection of double-edged razors and single-edged razors, and I felt like using this today. So that's all the introductions. Let's get going. It's currently still cold here in Maryland. It was 14 degrees Fahrenheit when I woke up. 14 degrees is minus 10 centigrade. And then it's about 22 degrees now. If it was 23 degrees, that would be minus 5 Fahrenheit. I'm sorry, minus 5 Celsius. So really cold if you measure your temperatures by the Celsius scale. But only cold if you measure in Fahrenheit. All right, let's I have the brush loaded. This is a new brush. This is a called a Bordeaux. It's a Chisel and Hound brush with a Fanchurian version 29, Fanchurian knot in it. I'll show you the brush after I'm done so you can get a view of it in its full glory, not loaded with a bunch of soap. I find so I've been interested in moon soaps for quite a while, and I was interested in them because they do their own tallow rendering, similar to Doug at Adopted Acres and Eric at the Cajun Blade. And I like supporting artisans who are complete do-it-yourselfers. I mean, I like supporting all the artisans, frankly. But taking that extra step to render your own tallow squares extra points with me. Now that, a soap is much more than just the tallow you put into it. So Moon Soaps has in the circles I run, has a very good reputation. And so I've been wanting to try one of their soaps for a long time. Again, thank you to Marion the Barbarian, who had the incredibly good taste to actually give me a soap that was on the top of my list for moon soaps. And so what is Havana like? Well, it is not, you might expect, because Cuba is so well known for cigars, you might expect that it's a deep tobacco-y scent. And it's not. It's a scent that I think it's kind of would be to bring you in the mind of standing at the seaside in Havana on a beautiful day. It's got certainly notes of tobacco, but there's a bergamot citrus that lightens it all up considerably, and there's some vetiver in here. It gives you that grassy feel of maybe palm trees by the side of the road, or by the side of the seawall as you're walking along. So it is described as a warm weather scent. It's spicy in a wonderful way, and I think it's also musky. Here are the notes. It's musky and also smooth. And it's dead of winter here, so this is definitely an all-season scent for me. So, and the soap, the lather quality is excellent. Doesn't get better than this. Just really excellent. I don't know much about the people who run moon soaps. But they've managed to make a soap base that's great for straight razor savers. And as I've mentioned before, we have no loss for great quality products from the artists and vendors around the world. I'm really thrilled to have more product than I could ever use, or more product than I could ever finish. But I absolutely love having an opportunity to support support artists and vendors from around the world with my dollars, which are rapidly shrinking in value. But we won't go into that. I will say, as just one comment, understanding money and how money works globally is a fascinating topic. Very complicated. Anyway, let's go for our second pass here. Talk a little bit about the razor. As I said earlier, you might notice I am shaving with a DE. And I like double-edged razors. I like single-edged razors, and obviously, since most of my content is with straight razors, I like straight razors. To me, this just is a part of the hobby. Just having, and for me, I like collecting a little bit. I'm not an avid, collector. I don't know a ton about the history of the razors that I have, but I like having them, and I like using them. I am not a person who has razors and then puts them in a display case. I try to use them all. And I do a little over 300 straight razor shaves. I'm a daily shaver. So I do a little over 300 straight razor shaves. So the other 65 tend to be like this, where I pick from my collection of double-edged and single-edged razors. This flat bottom, this is a Gillette Tech, an English Gillette Tech, and the generic term amongst shavers is flat bottom tech. And as I mentioned, this was given to me by my good friend HD Shaves, who watches every second of all of these videos. I'm kidding. He was kind enough to gift this to me, and it is a great little razor. These are known for being, used to be able to find them for nothing. I don't know what the market's like now, but these are inexpensively made, but well made. Known for being kind of a mild razor, but I don't find them mild at all. I find them just fine. And I'm a straight razor shaver, so as with most razors, I don't pay any attention to anything other than how I feel the edge. I simply manipulate the razor until I can feel the edge cutting at the lowest angle that I can find, and then I'm good. I treat all razors that way. If you're new to the straight razor hobby, to the shaving hobby, double-edged razors are a great place to start, because everything you have in one of these applies, in my opinion, to other razors you're going to use. And learning to shave with one of these, learning what good technique is, low angle, light touch, is what I suggest. Eliminates or significantly reduces irritation, cuts, and nicks. And if you can learn what the feel of that is like with a DE, then you can use that education with other razors that you use, including straight razors. Okay, that was a really good shave. I'd say certainly that blade could easily be a lab blue. Felt like that level of sharpness, and I mean, it could be. I'm not an expert on these things. For the aftershave, I'm using the Havana aftershave. I'm just agitating the solution here to mix up all the ingredients. And we're gonna, Moon Soaps makes a very nice aftershave. That's nice. That's real nice. All right, I've yammered on here for way too long. Thank you for staying with me. Let me clean up and I'll be right back. All right, everything is cleaned up. As promised, here's my new brush. My new brush by Chisel and Hound. You can see the little gold ring there down at the base. There is the stamp. Kind of hard to do this and also look at the camera at the same time. There you go. Wonderful brush. I love these. These are Rob Moffat's craftsmanship is just excellent. All right, that's it. Thanks for being with me. I'll see you in the next one.